finally here.
Yes, darling.
Yes, Dad. Welcome to your new home.
The house number 14. There are streets you can walk through in broad daylight without fear. But at night, the silence whispers differently. On Ikinwan Road, there stood a building no one dared to live in for long. Painted white, with a rusted gate and tall grasses curling by the fence, it looked ordinary. But the villagers called it simply House Number 14. It began when a young couple, Amoka and Chaik, moved into the house. They had just married and were full of dreams. The landlord smiled when he gave them the keys. Rent was suspiciously cheap, but in their joy, they ignored the warning signs. The first night, as Amoka unpacked, she heard footsteps in the corridor. She called out, "Chaik, is that you?" But Chaik was in the sitting room, far away. The footsteps stopped. A week later, Amoka saw something strange. At exactly midnight, she heard a child crying. She followed the sound into the kitchen, and there, standing barefoot on the cold tiles, was a little boy. His eyes were hollow. His lips trembled as he whispered, "Auntie, can you help me find my mother?" Before Amoka could scream, the boy vanished. The spoon she dropped clattered to the floor, echoing in the empty house. The next morning, Amoka told her husband what she saw. But Chaik laughed. "My love, it's stress. New house, new marriage. You're only imagining things." But deep inside, Chaik too had noticed something. The mirrors in the house showed shadows that didn't belong. The bedroom felt crowded even when they were alone. Yet he kept silent. Soon, the neighbors began to whisper. One old woman who sold akara by the junction stopped Amoka one morning and asked, "Daughter, which house do you live in?" Amoka replied proudly, "House number 14. The old woman's eyes widened. She pulled her wrapper tighter and muttered, "Oh, you people don't hear word. No one stays there beyond 3 months. The spirits will not allow it." Amoka's heart froze. By the second month, the house grew violent. Doors slammed on their own. The sound of chains dragged across the hallway at night. Sometimes, a woman's laughter echoed from the bathroom. One night, as Chaik lay asleep, Amoka woke to find a woman standing at the foot of their bed, hair dripping wet, face pale, and eyes filled with sorrow. Amoka screamed. Chaik woke up, but the woman was gone. Only a puddle of water remained on the floor. Terrified, the couple confronted the landlord. At first, he denied it. But when pressed, he confessed. Years ago, the house belonged to a wealthy man who trafficked women and children. He locked them in the basement of the house, using them for rituals and evil. Many died there, buried in shallow graves within the compound. When police stormed the house, the man disappeared. But the souls of his victims remained restless. Every family that moved in since then was driven away by the spirits. Some ran. Others never made it out alive. Amoka begged Chaik, "We must leave, before it is too late." But Chaik, stubborn, said, "Do you think I will let cheap rent go? Do you know how much houses cost in this city?" That night, Chaik finally saw it with his own eyes. He woke up to find Amoka levitating above the bed, her eyes rolled white, her voice whispering in many tongues. He screamed, holding her down, until she collapsed in his arms. That was the last straw. By morning, they packed everything they could carry and fled. House number 14 still stands till this day. The gate is locked, but sometimes, children playing football outside swear they see a boy watching from the window. A woman's wet footprints appear on the floor whenever it rains. And the villagers say, if you ever pass by house number 14 at night, don't look inside. Because if the spirits catch your eyes, they will follow you home. They say every land has its secrets. Some houses are not built for the living, but for the dead. So, if you ever see a house with cheap rent and a landlord too eager to hand you the keys, remember house number 14. Because some doors, once opened, can never be closed. Thank you all for watching. Please share this if you enjoyed watching this video. See you on my next video.